Hello, welcome to a new episode of Mostly Engineering and the new season of the Enigma Build Project. So, welcome to season 3 of the Enigma Build Project, and I'm really happy to announce that all 5 rotors are done now, and that also means that if you want one, the Kickstarter campaign is relatively near. I still need to do the calculations, get some offers for the pins I plan to outsource, figure out packaging, how Kickstarter taxes works, and so on and so forth. And also, I'm in the process of figuring out some lower tiers that are easily affordable for everyone, because sadly, with the amount of time it takes to build one of the rotors itself won't be that option, and I still want to include something nice for everyone and not just rich people. At the moment, I'm thinking on a 3D printed model kit of a rotor, but if you have other ideas, please let me know down below. And now with all the rotors done, with our reflector drum done, it's now finally time to start with the machine itself. And in this season, I want to finish all the mechanics we need to put the rotors into the machine and move them one step when we push down one of the keys. So let's go over to the computer and take a closer look at the plan. So, and here we have the machine as I modeled it so far, and these are all the components we need to put the rotors in and turn them over when we push down one of the keys. And with this stage of the build, we will stick very closely to the original plans, and there are 2 reasons for this. The first one is that in order for the machine to work as original, the mechanics has to be the same, and on the mechanical side, we can't really find lots of efficiencies by using modern components, as we will do with the electrical side. So the design is already pretty efficient as it is. And second of all, when we open the machine to change the rotors, this is a part of the mechanics we will be able to see very clearly. So they have to look like the original. Now, on the topic of sticking to the plans, on the beginning of the series, I set the goal that every part that was made out of metal on the original machine should be made out of metal in the replica as well. No cheat codes with using 3D printing. But here we are at the point where the statement no longer makes sense. So here we have 2 massive components, the ground plate and the seesaw plate, that on the original were made out of cast iron, and casting is not a process we can't really do, and so we will need to mill them down, and this would mean milling down a 40mm thick plate for the ground plate and 12mm thick plate for the seesaw, and turning most of this metal just into chips, and this doesn't really make any sense. Furthermore, these parts were painted black on the original machines, and they are so far down that you will never be able to touch them and feel if they are metal or not. So what we are going to do is just 3D print them out of a tough resin, then paint them black, and no one who hasn't seen the videos will probably be able to tell the difference. So let's go over how this mechanics works really quick. So it's relatively simple. We push down a key, that in turn pushes down on our seesaw, so this big orange plate over here, and when this side goes down, the other side goes up, in turn pushing this turquoise levers up, and they turn the rotors one step over. And then we have the green rollers over here that make sure that the rotor turns exactly one step and all the pins are still aligned, so that we ensure an electrical connection. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And we will start the build, of course, with the ground plate, with the ground structure, and then all the axes, so that we can put our rotors and the reflector drum in. So stay tuned for this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, just a click for you, but it helps the channel a lot, especially in these times where filming the project really cuts on the motivation, because filming it means for the most part that the project takes twice or 3 times as long, and this is a real motivation killer. But then on the other hand, seeing all you guys on the journey and seeing you getting more following the journey really puts this motivation back. So I'm really grateful for everyone who has subscribed, who's watching the videos. And also, when the shooting schedule gets less frequent again, you stay informed when a new video is going live. And with this, it's time to end the show. So if you have questions, comments, as always, let them down below, and I try to answer them as quickly and correctly as possible. And all that's left to say now is thanks for watching, and see you at the next time. Bye bye.